No, every man does not need to be an entrepreneur. And I do think that there are different tax brackets even inside of corporate work, right? Like a plastic surgeon or, a lawyer or an accountant or even a doctor or, the teller at CVS. You get to decide what bracket you're in, but just know that for the men, the level that you shoot at will definitely kind of have a huge impact on the woman that you're able to attract, because ultimately it goes back to human nature. Women are seeking security and financial security. Yes, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, energetic security are important too, but financial security is important to most women. What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of It's Giving. I am your host, Sarah Fontenot, and if you have not yet, please hit that button below, get subscribed, hit that little bell so you get a notification with each new piece of content. Now, guys, we have completely shifted the way that we do the show, and it's because of y'all. We have curated it according to the questions and the videos that you guys have asked and submitted. So here we go. Without further ado, we got Anissa on the mic. What's up, baby girl?
What up, though, Sarah?
What's up? Shot by Anissa, not with a gun, but with a camera. We got Who is Kitty B over here, creative director, producer of the year. What's up, man?
Oh, what's up? What's up, Gabriel? You already know the vibes. We here and we're live too.
We live.
So you know it's the greatest time to take Sarah's time.
Yeah.
So go ahead and ask those questions. Get the ebook and go ahead and go in because y'all got questions. We got answers.
Period.
Period. Yo, you are the perfect MC.
Period. In another life. Did you MC? I know you do music.
Come on. Y'all knew I was rapping and making music and touring and show and events. Come on, man.
I didn't know you was touring.
Period. All right. First question. You don't have to be from them. Let's go back to our givers list.
Oh. This is completely unrelated to our audience, but I like the fact that they asked.
Uh-oh.
What do you think about your character on the Wayne skits recently?
She trash. She's spiraling.
Golly.
She just trying to feel good and don't know how.
Please know that Sarah is not like that in real life.
No, I am not. Oh my
God. We sit back and watch those skits and we laugh so much.
Yeah, it's definitely different. My mother gets appalled, let me tell you, but she's like, good thing it's just entertainment.
Oh,
thanks, Mom.
But you want to know what? You know what I love about you the most, Sarah? You aren't just, this is what I want. Like, you can be that way. Like, no, I want it like this, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And we be like, Lord Jesus, Sarah.
True.
But also, you take heed to advice. Like, when we were doing the spiraling skit, and I was like, nah, like, you really gotta, like, snap. And I was like, you took that direction like a pro.
Thank you.
I love that.
I'm coachable, y'all. That's how we win out here.
For sure. And we winning.
We winning. Okay. Next question. I feel complete.
The next question is, this is kind of a ratchet question.
I don't want no ratchet questions. Oh God, it's the laugh for me. Dear Lord, what is it?
Is it? I'm sorry. Is it gay?
What?
Is it gay? This is so crazy. This is crazy. Is it gay for a woman to peg her man?
I'm not answering that question. I'm not answering that question.
The givers wants to know.
That person's new here.
Y'all got Sarah flustered.
Look, I don't know. Maybe if I don't know. I don't have no question to that.
I can give an answer.
No. Next question.
No.
That's a ratchet question too. It's not ratchet. It's just sexual, and we're not sex therapists here. So
okay, fine, Sarah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Think straight.
What tangibles do men bring versus women?
What tangibles do men bring versus women?
Mm-hmm.
To a relationship or to life?
Mm-hmm.
To a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many tangibles that men high value masculine men bring to a relationship.
Like what?
Like
money.
Well, that's the easiest thing to point out. Yes. I mean, that's really kind of that's kind of it, huh? And all the things that money buy.
But do you believe a man can provide safety without monetary value?
I think there's such thing as emotional safety. Absolutely. I think there's mental safety. There's physical safety, energetic safety. I think there's a lot of different ways to make a woman feel safe, but those are all intangible. Those aren't tangible. I think, and that's why it's crazy because, our one video talking about men being, people saying that women don't have to bring anything to the table. And I said, who's working harder? Because women have to bring many more intangible things to the table than men do. Mostly because it's more feminine for us to do so. But also, I do feel like those are things that are often overlooked. Like nobody is thinking about how the woman is silently going through emotional labor. Like what we do, it's toilsome on us, right? Because we're seeking, what does this person need? What needs to be done here? What's this checklist? I have to pick up this kid. Then I got to bring them there. Then, hey, don't forget this. Oh, did I book that trip? Oh, I have to pay this bill. There's like an emotional labor that has to happen where we're balancing all of these different hats while still making our man feel like head of household, while still being mother of the year, while still, all of these different aspects that we bring to the table tangibly as well. That wasn't to say that men don't bring non-tangibles to the table. It's just a man in his masculine by nature doesn't bring as many intangible things as a woman that's in her feminine.
Somebody says, "Oh, the only tangible thing men bring is money." We live in sad times, indeed.
No, we're not saying that the only tangible thing men bring is money. What else is tangible other than money and the things that it can buy? What else is there?
I don't know.
Literally,
everything else is intangible.
Everything else is intangible. So that's why I'm like, what are they talking about? That's not all that a man brings, but that is something that's very important to bring. I do think that a man needs to be financially secure and in a space where he feels good in his own bank account, because then, like we talked about in another podcast episode, there's nothing worse than a disgruntled broke man. They be the ones that project and they try to make women feel crazy, or they're disrespectful or rude, just like an entitled modern day woman. She's the one that's disrespectful and she acts a certain way. Like, honestly, I feel like that couple should be with each other and leave the rest of us good ones alone.
The disgruntled broke man and the modern day woman?
Yep.
I agree.
Love you too, Tony.
Oh, Tony Baker's on. Okay, so somebody asked you. They want you to be clear that they agree with you.
What do you mean?
I'm going to explain. I'm going to tell you the question. They asked, what classifies you as a high value woman? And they said, to be clear, I agree with you.
Thank you for saying that. What classifies me as a high value woman? I feel like that my answer is going to sound so vain.
Say it. Because the people who know you love you, so we don't care about the rest.
I work really hard on me. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, and energetically. And I'm very intentional about my growth and evolution, which in itself I believe is high value. On top of that, I believe that high value has heart, is compassionate, cares, is there for people, is seeking to solve a problem, is delicate with people, but still stern at the same time. I feel like there's a lot of different traits that I can't even say it's me. It's really God and my parents that have really instilled some really good things inside of me that make me believe that I'm high value. But also to say there are people that may take one look at me and think I'm absolutely not high value, because they're going to think I'm a headache because my levels of accountability are too different from what they're used to, or my levels of communication are too healed from what they're used to. Like, literally, healed people can trigger traumatized people because we don't speak the same language. So for some, I probably am not high value. And for those who are like me, I'm absolutely high value.
You want to know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
You talked about accountability in your answer.
What'd you say?
You talked about accountability in like like your accountability may look different from other people's accountability. Like the way you hold people to a certain standard may look different. Yes. And I agree, because I just had a recent experience with you, Sarah.
Which was that?
Well, if those who don't know, I shoot Sarah's storyline for the Country Wayne skits, and I was just shooting with Mike. Mm-hmm. And it was the environment was different.
Of course.
It was a lot more laid back. I'm not saying that we can't be laid back, but you're like, look, friend hat off, work hat on. We got to because I'm ready to be friends, Sarah. Yeah. So let's do this now, and we can be friends afterward. And because you're like that, it sharpened my skills like automatically. Like it makes me more aware of things like ninja and don't do this and don't. And you know, a unhealed person that doesn't want to grow would be like, oh, she just want to nitpick at me. Mm-hmm. But I took it as, okay, no, she wants to bring the best parts of myself out. So when I go out to somebody else, I'm awesome sauce. Yeah. And that's like literally, I felt like that's what happened with Mike, because it was so easy going. I was in and out. Like, and it was just like, and I was like, dang, Sarah really like Slick got me together a little bit. And it only takes like because I'm not a brown noser by at all. Like not even not by a decimal. Mm-hmm. But I'll give props where props were due. Like I'm very like very bodily unaware sometimes. I be knocking into things. I do that all the time. Mm-hmm. So for somebody to see that and be like, no, just fine tune this, fine tune that. Like I think you have amazing patience, first thing. And second thing, like that's love though. Yeah. Because you could easily be like, you know what? Bye. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'll just find somebody else, get somebody else to do it and go on.
Get somebody else to do it, right, girl.
But I feel like you've set me up to be successful in other places. And I appreciate that.
I received that.
Because I promise you, like the things that I look for when I'm shooting with you, I don't necessarily have to look for it when shooting with other people, but I hear you in the back of my head. You know what I'm saying? I hear you in the back of my mind. I don't know if that's
good or bad, but
no, it just depends on where I am and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, but you're like the big sister I always wanted. So that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have that growing up. I didn't have that little voice in my head that'd be like, nope, do this. Because I had to grow up by myself. So it's just like, that's refreshing. You know, I wish I would have met you 15 years ago. We probably wouldn't have been friends though. Honestly. We wouldn't have been friends.
Well, I was a different person 15 years ago.
Same.
Maybe 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I was a different. This is still a new development. Okay, what's the question?
All right, next question is,
what would Sarah do hilarious? I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining in.
It says, Lord Jesus Christ.
Make it a good one.
Why does the current generation date for transactional reasons only?
Oh,
you said a good one.
Jeez Louise. Why does the current generation date for transactional reasons only? Because people are dating for Instagram posts and Facebook likes. And
you don't even get paid for Instagram posts anymore.
No, you don't.
That's weird.
It's unfortunate, truly. And I personally feel, and maybe I'm a crazy lady, but I feel like people would really and truly be happier if they dated with intention than dating for experience. Mm-hmm. But actually, no, I take that back. If you're dating for experience, do that, but say that. Don't act like you're the girl that's genuinely interested in this man that's bringing you to dinner when you know that he's your Tuesday meal.
You know what I mean? I think it's because like a lot of people can't accept reality. Like I think it is a hard pill to swallow for a woman, because I've struggled with that a long time ago in my life.
Yeah.
But I had to learn, like, it is what it is. Like people just won't accept what it is. Like
you just tell the truth.
Yeah.
People be lying. And that's the thing. Why? I mean, I know why. The answer is people are so tied into the identities that they project instead of who they actually are, that they'll fight tooth and nail to uphold that identity, which is unfortunate. However, the truth shall set you free. So when you start having the conversations of, you know what, I just want a nice place to go eat. You know, I just want to get to know you to see if I'm even interested in dating you for real. And that's why, I don't know if you sent me this video or someone else sent me the video, but I totally agree when the girl was like, don't spend a dime on the women that you're dating. I get it.
When you say like don't spend like spending like paying their bills and stuff and like getting their hair done?
No,
like,
I'm talking about $500 dinners. I'm talking about let me take you on a trip. I'm talking about let's ride on a helicopter through the city and then have a candlelit dinner on the rooftop. Don't do none of that until you even know that there's genuine interest, because ultimately dating, when you are not exclusively with a person, which is dating, you're getting to know that person, is an interview. You haven't gotten the job. You don't get paid yet. It's an interview. So why do you feel like you have to go above and beyond and do all of these extra things? And then why do women expect that? Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. You get extra points if you go above and beyond, because it's like, wow, this person genuinely wants to create a beautiful experience for me. That's nice. But are you also just recreating every experience that you've created for every other girl? Or is it curated and thoughtful to what it is that you know that she likes? I think we live in a world where everyone is so facaded. Nobody knows who they really are, what they really want. They know more about Sexy Red and Drake than they do about their own life circumstances.
Baby.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, that was inappropriate. Okay. So next do you feel complete?
I feel complete.
Okay, great. Next question. Somebody asked on the live. You've answered this before, but I guess for the people that want to know, do you think, Sai asked this question. Hey, Sai, do you think you are ready at this moment for a fully committed relationship in this point in your life?
Oh.
Damn, Sarah, you asked that so fast.
No.
My God.
No. Absolutely not. And this is why. Let me tell you why. This is the longest I have been single since I was 15 years old. I am always in a relationship, a committed relationship. And it's only been 1.5 years. It hasn't even been that long.
Yeah.
And so this is the first time
in forever,
literally, that I'm just focused on me. I'm not focused on my man or my man and his business or my man, his business, and what does he need and how can I help this? And I need to orchestrate that. And let me get this and let me move this over here. For the first time, all of my focus is on my own evolution. And I want to evolve so hard that I'm at a level where every option that I take and every choice that I make, especially in regards to my next partner, my life partner, hopefully, who knows, prayerfully, but my life partner is the best man that I could possibly have for me. Someone that's intentional about reading, someone that's intentional about growth, someone that makes me feel safe, secure, respected, loved, has emotional intelligence, emotional regulation, and is open and honest. And also, I love a Black king. I just do.
We love a Black king.
Love a Black king. So I would say, in truth, I'm not prepared to diminish what I have going on right now for the first time in my life. But I also feel like when it is time, it's going to come out of nowhere.
And it's just going to
be like, ah,
yeah, well, you're here now.
Da-da-da. Yeah.
I respect that.
But right now in this moment, no.
I can say that I've been in the same space. I know how that feels. Like, you just like the amount of energy it takes. I know you love big and love hard.
True.
And so do I. So you can't focus on your own personal growth in a relationship.
You can.
It's not totally focused on.
You can focus on self growth, but business growth, the type of man I desire, ain't no way.
What do you mean?
My business can't be bigger than my man. And right now, it can't be. For a high value masculine man,
like,
ain't no way.
You saying like he has to make more money than you? That's what you mean?
No.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the time that I put into the businesses that I have right now. All the things that that I do, going hard, going, traveling, shooting this, shooting that, doing this, doing that. All of those things that are happening, right? There's no way that a high value, masculine, high earning man is going to be okay with me being like, can't see you till next Saturday, babe. I'm shooting every day. Where? That's never going. That's the men that I desire? No. Because to be honest, my world kind of revolves around us and him. My world doesn't revolve around me. And I don't want my world to revolve around me. I want to recklessly trust the leadership of my partner and my partner, period. So if that's the case, I would have to diminish the level of how hard I'm going right now. And that's why right now I'm getting to know, what's in alignment with me. And one day I might just pop out married on folks.
I love that. Athena is too funny. This is a good question.
Okay.
What are 5 key features every man should require in a woman to consider for dating? Features, I always think about aesthetics. You mean characteristics?
I don't know. What's the question?
That's what it says.
I think probably
5 traits. Boom.
Okay, 5 traits. See, this is the thing for a man. I think a woman needs to take care of herself because that's how she will take care of
his children.
Yeah,
their children,
his children, the children. Yep. I think a woman that has self-control. I think self-control and self-discipline, that are like sisters. I think that's the ultimate sign of self-love, to be honest, because yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Exclusivity. I was like, that's too long of an answer, Sarah. My brain already went to the answer, and then I rewound 5 minutes, and I was like, we ain't gonna do all of that. But I think exclusivity. Like, I don't think that just anyone and everyone should be able to have access to your person. I just don't. I feel like that's kind of trash baggy to me. And then I also feel like respect and love and affection. Like, does your girl genuinely make you feel like she wants to be around you?
Does she like you for real?
Yeah, like, it's easy to love somebody, but liking you is harder.
Is it easy to love people?
I think so.
I
think love is a chemical feeling based on things that are fired and wired off in our brains, and it creates dopamine, and now all of a sudden we're
You're looking
in love.
at it scientifically. I look at love more like a verb.
No, y'all need to look at definitions, and that's a problem.
No, I understand.
With y'all. Y'all be like, no, love means no. Let's go to the definition and break it down.
I stick to God's definition of love. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is
yes. It does not boast. All of that. That's great. However, it's a feeling. Love is a feeling, and feelings are fleeting. But to like you, girl, that's actually tough. I don't know.
Like, I don't know, Sarah. I don't know. I have to sit on that. You just made my brain kind of go a little on the fritz.
I personally feel like God shows you how to love, but I don't think that changes what it means. I think if actions require how to do something, right? Like running is an action.
Yeah.
So if love is patient, which is an action word,
that means that
he's showing you how.
Yeah.
But the feeling of it is a feeling. Love is a feeling.
I don't believe that love is a feeling, Sarah. I believe that love is a choice, because there's going to be a day.
No, now you're getting away from the science of it, because the science of it is it's literally neurons. You're firing and wiring new wires inside of your brain
to trigger emotion,
new pathways that create a chemical imbalance inside of your body that make you feel a way. I can't choose the way that my body fires and wires. So love is not a choice. Now we can say that because we be given things meanings.
The reason why I say that love is a choice, and I'm not, of course, that's taken away from the scientific value. It's just that in marriage, right? There are going to be days where I wake up next to my husband and I'm going to feel like I don't love you. And if my love is basically purely based off of a feeling, then why not just divorce and just try this again somewhere else?
Because your marriage shouldn't be based on love. I don't think. Marriage should be based on commitment and alignment and purpose and mission. Because there are going to be times where the way that you breathe makes me angry.
What?
Literally, like, did you really just breathe in that direction? And this is the thing. We got to get realistic with like real relationships these days. Real relationships will ruffle your feathers. I have to eat this chip. Tell me a story.
You're funny. Too funny.
What do you think, Kenny?
Do you feel like love is enough? Like, do you believe that love is a feeling, or do you believe that love is a choice?
Ooh, that's good.
I believe that it could be both at the same time. Like, okay, I don't know, because of course, like, you know, you fall in love with somebody that give you the feels, right? They give you all of the feels, but those emotions are fleeting. The heart is deceptive. One minute you like them, the next minute you in love with them, next minute you're obsessed with them, and the next day you hate them. So it's like, I believe that, sure, love is a scientific feeling that sets off neurons and electrons and atoms and stuff, or whatever Sarah just said. Sure, like that could be correct, because that's how God designed us to be. However, I also believe that love is a choice, because in the moments, because you live with your girlfriend, I'm pretty sure y'all have had days where you like, bro, I do not like you right now.
I don't feel like love is a choice. I feel like that person is a choice. But love is a feeling, and feelings change. It's impossible. Like, I'm not going to love you all the time. I'm sorry. But do I like you? Am I committed to you?
All the time. That might be different. But I would say love, at first, I feel like it's a choice that comes from feeling. Then it turns into feeling, because then you determine, do I still love this person? Between the feelings part. And then from there, you go back to the original portion, which is choosing to stay loving this person. So what I mean by that is, let's say at first I met my lady and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to choose to love this woman, right? Then as time goes on and we're dating, so on, now there's a feeling that's starting to erupt. Like, what am I feeling here with her? Then when the feeling starts to become more stable, right, whether it's good or bad, then I'm going to choose, do I want to continue to love this person or not? Now for me, like, I love a lot of people, but the biggest part is, do I like you? And then it's a choice now from there.
That's a bar.
It's a choice from there, where it's like, am I going to continue to love you, whether it's unconditionally or not? And then what are we going to do to move forward? Because most of the time, you could just love somebody from afar, and you don't like them. You're like, I'm not hanging out with them. There's mad people I love, but I'm like, I don't like you enough to hang out. I don't like you enough to really give you my time and my mindset and energy.
Period.
But I love you because I choose to love you. But you gave me the feeling of, I don't really like you, and I want to just stay away from this.
And that's what I'm saying. Like is harder than love.
I believe so.
I also feel like this goes back
because I love the world. I love a lot of things and people and stuff. But once your personality comes out and the way you act and react, that's going to determine how much I like you or not. I want to be around you.
What you're about to do is bring the apologist out of me, because there are different definitions of love.
Yes, there's agape love. I already know there's 4 different kinds of love. I get what you're saying. And even still inside of that, which I love the lesson, but even still inside of that, love is a feeling. Scientifically, that's the word that we've blanketed the feeling with. Now, if you choose that person, I feel like relationship is a choice. Commitment is a choice. Alignment is a choice. Everything is a choice.
Alignment is a choice?
Yeah, because what if you decide, well, let's say we're married and 15 years later, you like, I don't want to do this no more.
You want to be my wife? Sarah?
I'm just saying. No, right? And if that's the case, and what if it's like, we're going to save the world, we're going to adopt 12 kids, and we're going to provide clean water in third world countries, and we're going to start with one on year 15. And then you're like, you know what? I decided I hate kids.
No, so
we're not in alignment anymore.
I feel like that's intentional alignment. I'm thinking about alignment of a sense where a Lego piece fits with another Lego piece and they fit perfectly, right? Like, I have ridges on this type of wall, and then the ridges that you have on the wall, when you put them together, they sync perfectly.
That's like the yin and the yang. Okay.
So it's just like, okay, alignment in my world has to be like subconscious, and intentional.
Alignment in your world has to be subconscious
and intentional. Like, if you're my person,
like your autopilot has to be the same. Got it.
Yeah,
you're going to the same place. Equally yoked. Yes.
Right. Boom. There we are.
Okay.
Yes, I said Legos. Yep, I said Legos.
Okay. I feel complete, because we could talk about this for forever.
We really could. All right, on to the next question, shall we?
Do you feel complete, Kenny?
Yeah.
Because we'll be on this topic for forever.
We really would. It's really
like really and truly for forever. Okay.
Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Why are men judged based on how much they provide for a woman?
I feel like we've answered this question 13 times in 18 different ways.
But see, I feel, well, that's probably because they just started tuning in. You got to cater to the people who just got here. True. They just got here. They probably just got here, Sarah. We've been doing this thing for a year now.
I know. We've literally, I'm like, okay, so what's the question? Let me just answer the question.
Why are men judged based on how much they provide for a woman?
Why are men judged? Because in society, men are really taught that their value is found inside of their achievement, which is not the truth, but is heavily societal, and that's what we've been indoctrinated into. And if all you ever really think is that your achievements is what matter most, which is why some of the most terrible people that make a ton of money have so many different incredible options in their partnership, is because people will settle for security, monetarily speaking, more than good character with a broke man. Even though there's everything, right? There's the broke man with no character. There's a broke man with character. There's a rich man with character. There's a rich man with no character. But what I mean to say by that is oftentimes achievement is the focus. And if achievement is the focus, and that's what society is thinking, right? If we've only ever seen a map of the United States, we'll think that's all that's on the globe.
Right.
So if we've only ever been indoctrinated into the idea that men need to be minimum 6-figure earners, men need to have leadership, men need all of these different things. Well, number one, are you yourself qualified for that? And then number two, can he be human? Like, damn.
I dated a guy who like could not see out of his own capacity to do, and it was probably one of the most frustrating dating relationships I've ever been in, because it's just like, you can't even enjoy my presence just for like, because as a woman, you're like, is there anything I can do? You see the need, try to make sure everything is everything, but it's like you're so like, your worth is so wrapped up in your bank account.
Yeah, I feel that's a sad situation. That was my last situation.
Really?
Yes. I was like, I did not see this coming. I couldn't see anything though. Honestly, it was giving toxic for myself. I was in a dark place.
All right, this is a good one. Somebody asked, I know these answers already, but what's your zodiac, and do you believe in astrology when it comes to relationships? Would you deliberately not date somebody because they're a zodiac sign that you can't stand?
I don't know enough about zodiac
I don't
signs.
know enough about them
I know
either.
mine is I'm a Cancerian, and I say Cancerian because I don't like saying Cancer. But I honestly feel like I don't know. Like, from what I know, I'm learning more because of our friend Athena. Like, and some of that stuff I feel like does reign true. Like, I have read books that say, like, talk about who I would be and how I would be based on when I was born. And I was like, damn, high key. Like, this is kind of on point a little bit.
Okay, Aquarius gang, I see you.
Yeah, that's you.
But I'm also,
I show up as an Aquarius though.
You know what? You do.
I read that.
You do.
Shantae is an Aquarius too.
She is. I love her. Is she on here? I don't know.
No.
But nah. When I realized, when I found out my big three, I was like, oh, me, you, and Athena, we soul sisters for real. I'm literally can't, like, that's crazy.
Facts.
But I feel like that's the reason why I can see a lot of myself in you as well. So it kind of gives me, I can see that, because a lot of people feel like Aquarians are emotionalist, nonchalant, numb people,
which is
that
weird
don't care.
Because Cancers are supposedly super emotional. Now, look, I'll cry. I got a good cry for just about anybody, for sure. But emotional, well, maybe I'm emotional, but I'm regulated.
You know what? I've never seen you like overly emotional. When I think of emotional, I think of too much. Like, I think all women are emotional.
I think we are too. And I don't think it's a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing. You are not overly emotional. You're a little controlling.
No. Yeah, for sure.
Just a tad. And you don't really like people for real, but we would never know that.
I do like people. I just don't like people in my space for long periods of time. That's what it is.
Two things can be true at once.
No, I love people.
I didn't say you didn't love people.
You said I don't like people?
Yeah.
I like people. I don't like people in my space. Like that's where my Cancerian comes in. I am
Okay.
a crab. I can't have folks in my space like that. Like it's so funny. And yeah, it's so funny. I'd be like, no, after too long, I start to itch. Like, oh, you still here? Oh.
This is a good question.
Okay, I'm ready.
Somebody said, do all men need entrepreneurial aspirations? I hope I said that E word right. To be worthy of a good... I'm sorry. Do all men need entrepreneurial aspirations to be worthy of a relationship / good woman?
No.
I feel like there's good women in every tax bracket. Just find one in your tax bracket.
I don't even think about tax bracket. I feel like everyone is not meant to be an entrepreneur.
That's very true.
That's a different kind of beast.
Yeah.
You know?
People need to be on the left side of the quadrant.
Yeah. Well, not even that. I feel like so there's this great book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And in this book, no, it's not that book. The E-Myth is the book that I'm talking about.
I love that book.
It's a great book. So inside of the E-Myth, he talks about how you need 3 things in order to be successful in entrepreneurship. Number 1, you need to be an entrepreneur, which means you need the big vision. You need to be able to see it. You need to be able to think big, see big, plan big, all the things big. That's important. Number 2 is you need the technician. The technician is the person that does the job, right? Mm-hmm. The nail tech, the barber, the plumber. They're good at what they do, and that's what they do every single day. And the third thing is the manager. The manager is the person that's able to say, okay, this is working. Let's do more of this. This didn't really work out. Let's not do that anymore. And so a lot of the times people think that they're good at something and then they start a business, but just because you're good at a job does not mean you know how to run a business.
That's true.
Because some people... So some of the worst jobs to have is being self-employed because it works you 24/7. You don't really make any money. And so now you're stressed out. And so you really need to be able to have the big vision. You need to be able to do the work, and you need to be able to error correct according to what's working and pivot where necessary in order to be successful inside of a business. And then on top of that, you need systems in place so that you don't have to show up for the job every single time. So what I'm learning is, if you don't know how to do all of those things, an entrepreneurship will do nothing more than burn you out.
Yeah, for sure.
And make you resentful. Because that thing that you used to love, that you used to be so good at, that used to be a hobby, that used to solve problems, you used to be excited about, is now that thing that has taken your time, your energy, your money, and your efforts, and it's not ideal anymore. Yeah. So I think that no, every man does not need to be an entrepreneur. And I do think that there are different tax brackets even inside of corporate work, right? Like a plastic surgeon, or, a lawyer, or an accountant, or even a doctor, or, the teller at CVS. You get to decide what bracket you're in, but just know that for the men, the level that you shoot at will definitely kind of have a huge impact on the woman that you're able to attract, because ultimately it goes back to human nature. Women are seeking security, and financial security. Yes, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, energetic security are important too, but financial security is important to most women as well.
Yeah. I'm getting tired of men demonizing women for wanting to be provided for financially. That's crazy. Just find a woman that's aligned with your goals and then provide for her. I don't see what's hard about that. All right. Let's see. Next question. I like this question because I'm interested in this question.
Okay.
What makes you notice a man that you might be interested in? When do you realize, oh, I like him a little bit or whatever? Oh, there's the giggle.
I think the thing that makes me notice a man is his essence. It's an energy thing for me. Mm-hmm. It's literally and I'm such an observer. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but when I get around, obviously when I'm not podcasting, but also when I get around certain men, I get very quiet. I don't know if have you guys ever noticed that? And I just watch. I love to observe because I want to see, like, how do you speak to people? How do you deal with people? How do you take charge? How do you show leadership? How do you, all of these things are the same way my brain works in 1,000 different ways. It works in 1,000 different ways that way. So I think at the essence of a man where he knows who he is, he knows where he's going, he's confident, he knows God, you know, he's in purpose, on purpose. He's submitted to his mission from God. You know, that to me is like very attractive.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
This is another question. I think I know the answer to this.
Okay.
Would you date someone outside of your race? Oh, man.
Would I date someone out of my race?
Be honest.
Like ever? Like if all the black men died? I honestly feel like somebody colored, yes. I think I could date a colored man outside.
Why you gotta be colored?
Because you need to have my experience. Do you understand my experience? I love a black king. That's the thing. Even though they have these chips on their shoulders, I love a
you
black
feel like
king.
Black men have a chip on their
Yes, because they have to prove, and I just want you to be, and you're safe here. You don't have to prove anything to me. But that's a whole other podcast topic on a different day. I personally,
would you ever date a Caucasus Mountain man, Sarah?
What's that, white?
Would you ever date a white man? Yes. I'm just saying that's where they come from. That's where they come from, the Caucasus Mountains. Come on, that's history.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like he would have to be very cultured, and
cultured how?
Like he has
in black culture?
Yeah, he would have to be raised around black people. Like I don't want to explain why my hair gets curly when I get wet.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? I don't want to explain why we eat certain foods on certain days. I don't want to explain why we don't put raisins in coleslaw. You know, like there's certain things I never want to have a conversation.
Do people put raisins in coleslaw? That's a thing? I don't.
Yes, literally. You know, so I feel like there's just certain things that I don't know. And they say never. But for me, honestly, I just love a black king so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I want my son one day to be like, yeah, that's me, to his dad.
No.
And it's hard to have identity in something you're nothing like.
Dang.
Even though they help to make you. I don't know. I think I just think about my children too much.
Oh, that's a little deep. I wasn't even thinking about it like that.
Yeah.
So like, say for instance, scenario, you're in Paris on the top floor of whatever hotel.
The Eiffel Tower.
Boom, sure. Let's say the Eiffel Tower. Whatever expensive hotel that's however much money.
Oh, that's not a hotel.
Whatever.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I ain't never been to Paris.
Okay.
And this French man, I'm trying not to laugh. This Frenchman comes and he sees you. He's flabbergasted by your beauty.
Oh.
And he comes in, bonjour, mes amis. you know?
Yes.
And he all in your ear. He's very Pepe Le Pew on you.
Ugh. It's giving feminine.
Huh?
I'm already not interested.
Not like, he ain't got to be that bad, but like he's very like, Sarah, I would do this and do that and do this and he talks with his hands and
can't do it. It's giving feminine for me. I need like grounded masculine. I need a man like with some. My man will have some dog in him.
Got that dog in him.
Period.
You like gangsters on the low. You slick want to find somebody like your daddy.
I need a man to be able to do whatever he needs to do for his family.
So here's a question that I'm gonna ask.
Okay.
Let's say you meet a reformed thug. Like let's say he grew up selling drugs. Probably, but like, just hear me out. Just stop. He grew up like selling drugs and doing the things. He was in the streets. Mm-hmm. He was highly respected, like on some, what's that? Like on some power type stuff.
Uh-huh.
And like, but now he's a businessman and he has millions and he's a high value earning man.
Uh-huh.
and he's interested in you, but he's slick a street, but he a thug though. Would you go for that? I feel like you need some thug love in your life, big baby. You feel me?
I feel like I don't judge a man based on his past. So if he sold drugs, I don't care. A lot of Black men sold drugs in the past to get by and to provide for their families. And I'm like, hats off to you for making it happen and never getting caught. Yeah, I'm not opposed to any of that. I just have questions. I need to understand, you know?
Yeah. So would you ever date a man like Ghost?
I've never seen the show.
Me neither. But
I don't know.
Basically, he's a reformed thug, ex-drug dealer, probably still does drugs.
I feel like that man probably knows who he is. That man has hustle in him. He's got that dog in him. He could probably talk to the president or he could talk to the homeless man on the street. And I like that. I like that a lot.
Sarah said, like, I don't want to date a killer, but I need to know, would you kill for me for real on the low?
I want to know.
Yeah.
If it came to that, could you do it? Because I could.
Wait, what? Could you kill for your husband? What?
For my family?
Yeah.
I will never say never. Literally never. If it came to it.
I would like to say that it's always comforting to know that if I were to ever murder somebody, that I know people to call to help me bury the body. I just feel like everybody should have that level of safety. But also,
somebody said, "Trust me, you don't want a ghost in your life." It had a bad ending. Did he die?
He did die. I've never watched the episode of Power. Was it the
streets that got him?
I don't know. I never watched the episode of Power.
Was it the streets that got him, guys? I need to know. Sarah is not gonna date no white or light brother, and
no, not eating pork Muslims and no atheists. Okay, okay, you've been watching the show,
right? Damn. Okay.
That is so funny. That is so funny. Okay, next question.
Okay. Then yeah, somebody said they killed him. His own son got him?
His son killed him? Did you watch Power, Kenny?
Oh, that's just trifling.
We over here too busy building our business.
That is just
his son killed him for real.
Trifling. Brad Pitt? No, he's
off his rocker.
No, he's very attractive.
I'm sorry.
Brad Pitt is a very attractive white man. He's very attractive, and it's not giving like culture to me. It's giving Beach Boy. You know.
Ask her about The Rock.
Ooh.
Oh, you'll date. Oh, you'll date a what is the place called?
Polynesian.
There we go.
And black.
Not Chick-fil-A. So
why he gotta be and black? Why he just can't be Polynesian?
Well, he's black. The Rock is Polynesian and black.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
I didn't know
his
that.
Daddy's black.
But would you date a fully Polynesian man?
I don't know. I have no idea. What?
Do you believe most high value men are already in relationships? No.
That's a great question. I think a lot of them are, or they date men. Yeah, I do. I think a lot of them are. And honestly, I think a lot of them are getting divorced right now because I think that
they're waking up.
Not only are they waking up, but I think there are a lot of women that lack inside of their emotional regulation and don't necessarily see the good man that they have in front of them. And so because they think there's a bigger and better deal or that the grass is greener on the other side, they are filing for divorce. And they gonna get in these streets, kind of like the sister twin that regrets being single and breaking up with her good old husband.
Not good old husband.
And is finding that there's not a lot of necessary like quality out here. So I think a lot of them are getting divorced. I do think a lot of them are taken, and I think that that's what I think.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Excuse me. What occupations are you completely against a man that's trying to date you to have? Like if a man's trying to date you, what can he not be? Like what is apps like, bro? I'm not dealing with a model or entertainer or you know what I mean? Like where do you feel safe on the spectrum of high value man as far as occupation goes? There we go. That's the question.
For me personally, like, or for most women, I feel like that's so different from most women.
Well, I'm gonna ask you because you're high. I consider you to be a very high value woman. So, you, what would you think? And I feel like you can speak for most high value women because I think y'all have like a similar mindset.
Most jobs.
Wait, what? I was waiting for more, but what do you mean?
Like, I mean, be the business owner, or be the high level exec, or be the entrepreneur. That's it.
So a doctor or a lawyer is not considered high value to you?
No, I mean, a doctor might have his own practice. You know, a lawyer that owns his own firm.
I mean, like a doctor that works at a hospital. That's an employee.
I love that for him. For me, the hours of a doctor, I don't know, are in alignment because they be working like 36 hours straight, get one day off, and then they're back on for 24 hours. I don't know that that's ideal for what I want for my partner. Although I'm so grateful that we have doctors because we need to live. But it's more of like a lifestyle for me. Ultimately, think about it. So can I just be candid? Like, just, I don't have to be so discreet.
Of course. Go ahead. It's just me and Kenny.
I make my schedule every single day. I decide where I want to be. I haven't had a conventional job since I moved to America. So since I was 20 years old, I have not clocked into a job. I guess technically now, me being a producer, I could say that I kind of have a job. But even still, I decide when I produce, what I produce, how I direct, when I act, if I act, right? So I still have some autonomy inside of that position. But I haven't had a job since I was 20 years old. And so with that being said, it's more the reason why I say the business owner, or why I would want to date the high level exec, or why I would want to date the person that owns the firm or the practice, is because you have more autonomy over your schedule and more alignment inside of lifestyle. If we have children and you're gone 5 full days out of the week, that's not ideal to me. Yeah. I want to be able to travel with my partner. I want to be able to work from our phones. I want people to be able to handle when stuff hits the fan. I agree. I want all of those things. And so I'm sure I'm getting eaten alive in the comments right now. A lot of people say
that high value the job doesn't matter when it comes to high value. You can be high value as a mechanic.
No, you can't. No, you cannot. You can be valuable as a mechanic. You absolutely can be valuable as a mechanic, but you cannot be high value as a mechanic. Now, this is the thing. People get they get so frustrated. Like, that doesn't mean you're a bad person. That doesn't mean you're unworthy of love. That doesn't mean that you don't deserve all of the great things that you want inside of life. It just means there are certain things you don't get access to. One of the things that high value has is access and exclusivity. So it's not about necessarily the dollar amount that you make, but also that's included in being high value, because you can't help the poor if you're one of them. You can't help people if you're pouring from empty. So you've got to get full first so you can overflow into others. That's high value. Operating from overflow instead of lack.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure they eat me alive right now. They eat me alive?
No, some people agree. Some people are saying that the job doesn't matter. Somebody says she's literally telling you most guys she's going to give energy to is either on her level or higher.
That's facts. And this is the thing, not just monetarily either. Like, if you aren't committed to your growth and evolution, I'm not interested. Period.
Somebody said that we are middle class, Sarah.
No, that's a choice though. You can choose that. You know, you don't have to stay there.
I believe that. I think, see, delusion has such a spectrum, right? Because you and I, the three of us in this room, you, me, and Kenny, we all are delusional.
You have to be successful.
You see what I'm saying? Because we want big things. We have big goals. We have big dreams. So, like, in our world, if we are in a class, a tax bracket that we don't want to be in, all we think is like, okay, what do I have to do to make more money? What do I got to do to be better or become this thing that I want to achieve in my life? And it's just like, we have to break our brains in a sense where we can even believe that we can do it. Because we are taught the rat race. We go to school, to go to college, to get a job, to work 40 years, to retire. Like, we have to break out of the matrix
and eat dog food.
Huh?
To retire and eat dog food.
Where did the dog food come from?
I see it all the time. There was an article about it. How many people are going back to work after they've retired because they're eating dog food.
Shut up.
Yeah, very sad. There was a point that was asked that I really want to answer. Someone said, so if you are not high value, then you cannot expect your woman to be faithful.
Huh?
I am absolutely not saying that.
Nah. People at every level deserve love, respect, and loyalty.
Period.
Yeah. High value doesn't mean not valuable at all.
Right.
It's just that high value has a certain standard.
Yes.
Like it's like a scale. If
it's a spectrum.
Yeah. It's nah.
Oh, dang. Someone said, basically, guys, get your finances straight before you shoot your shot at Sarah. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm a black king, but my kingdom is under attack. I love you, Ro Brock 2013. How you valuable with pre-owned vagina? You only valuable to the man that want you. Well, gratefully and thankfully, a lot of men want me.
Wait, we talking trash?
Somebody tried to hate. This be the times where they like, pull out your bank account and show me how much money you make. I'm not going there. Won't do it.
What does that even mean?
No, we're not middle class. She's speaking to a different caliber of men. But remember, you know that caliber of a man could be the nurse or the mechanic, okay? A lot of men don't want to be a CEO. Facts, it's stressful to be a CEO. Are those good chips? Yes, they're pretty good. I can't get Sarah, but my girl better have this mindset. I love that. And you know what, guys? Honestly, I'm not like the end all and be all. I swear, the same way that my pool is literally a period is the same way that only a period of men would actually desire a woman like me. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't hear what I said.
I was just about to
She didn't hear me.
I look at his profile and be like, it's always some dusty nigga that's trying to come for you. I'm sorry. That made me mad.
I mean, no, don't get mad. It's okay. I'm not new to this. I'm true to
I told you I'm a bulldog. I don't like that. I don't like that. What does that even mean? Did you take yours off and sew it on to somebody else's? That don't even make sense.
Because I'm not a virgin, is what he's saying.
And he ain't either.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It doesn't mean anything.
That's so stupid.
It means I triggered this man talking about what is high value and what is not. And I can
get more money. Get to the money and stop being so butthurt.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't get inside of people. Okay. I don't get inside of people getting frustrated over things. But do we have a video to watch? Are we going to respond to a video?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This is more of a, what would you do if this happened to you? I sent it to our chat. It's a YouTube video. Me, you, and
our
Kenny.
Text chat?
Yeah. The one that me, you, and Kenny are in.
Me, you, and Kenny. Okay.
Yeah.
This one. Oh, you just sent it. Boys versus men?
Yes.
Okay, guys. This is what we're going to watch together. I want to do this to men.
What? You want to do it?
I want to do this.
Me, you, and Athena can
I want to go on an escalator and be the girl that's like...
Every man would jump over there.
No, they wouldn't. I want to see. I want to test the loyalty.
Why you want to be a fire starter?
I want to
know. Why are you a troublemaker?
I want to know. I mean, if I would pray that if somebody did that to my man would be the same as that one person, like I'm married. Someone said, Satan, I rebuke you, Sarah. God sent you from heaven. Oh, thank you so much. Now, ma'am, let the comments. Yeah, that part. But I feel like it goes back to high value. If you'll take anything, yuck. Just yucky. Like why? Like anything, just based off of a look, that's not high value to me. It's actually giving struggle bus. Yeah, it's giving you don't know who you are. It's giving validation. It's giving young. It's giving immature. Because I feel like as you get older, you've seen one, you've seen them all. You know, felt one, you felt them all. I mean, kinda. I don't know. But I feel complete. Do you feel complete?
I feel complete.
You feel complete?
I feel complete.
All right. Well, guys, that has been another. Wait, we're doing another one after this, right?
Yes.
Okay. That has been an episode of It's Giving. If you have not yet, guys, please hit that button below, get subscribed, hit that little bell so you get a notification with each new piece of content. If you are excited to submit your stories, then go ahead and click that link below so you can submit videos and questions to the group, as well as if you are interested in becoming a more high value feminine woman, then make sure to hit that the link in the description below. Thank you so much for jumping on today. We definitely had some long conversations and we got one more left to do. Guys, if no one has told you today, you are freaking phenomenal. Bomb.com. Nothing can stop you but you got to do something about it. Let's get it, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, thank you, Anissa and Kenny. Anissa on the mic. Shot by Anissa.
What up, though?
We got Who is Kenny V?
Who?
Yes.
Y'all make sure y'all get our ebook. Me and Sarah and the team, we worked hard on that ebook.
Yes.
Y'all over here asking us all these questions. Literally, all of your answers can be answered in that ebook.
Yes.
Well, for the most part.
Yes. And we coming back with another live episode.